Even our mayor Mamdani eats with his hands, and he gets for it. It's a tradition passed down from our ancestors. People ate with their hands, not only for practical reasons, but also as a sign of community.
Okay, so I have something absolutely disgusting for you guys today. This is, let's call it a trend. This is a trend in New York City now that Zohran Mamdani has won. He ate with his hands, so now certain New Yorkers feel empowered to consume, very wet food with their hands. Let's take a look.
Why are you eating with your hands? It's so unhygienic. Unfortunately, these are comments I see a lot on social media, but let me flip that narrative while I eat nasi padang with my hands, because that's how you eat it, okay? And I've seen it all. Barbaric, primitive, even jungle Asians. It might be unusual to some people, but it holds a lot of cultural significance to us Indonesians and a lot of other countries like India, Nigeria. Even our mayor Mamdani eats with his hands, and he gets for it. It's a tradition passed down from our ancestors. People ate with their hands, not only for practical reasons, but also as a sign of community. It's also a way of connecting deeper with our food, to feel every grain of rice. And despite what people think, it's actually an act of respect and gratitude towards the food you eat. And of course, sometimes food just tastes better when you eat with your hands. So before you speak, maybe do a little research. Anyways, what's your go-to nasi padang order?
Okay, well, I wonder why she didn't eat the smoothie or whatever that was there at the end with her hands. I don't know. That's some sort of Indonesian dessert, I guess. No, but you are in America, so you should not eat with your hands. It is unhygienic and it's gross, and you have long nails. And oftentimes the women in these videos do have longer nails. That's a theme. And so I just imagine all of the sauce getting under the nails and getting crusty, and it's quite disgusting. But I also think that, like Mamdani, this lady is insufferable. Sorry, that's not the point. Is doing this to signal that she is ethnic, because that has a lot of virtue in liberal signals, right? To be this person who is so deeply connected with your heritage and persecuted on account of that. Like, I feel like every memoir by a Korean American is about how, other kids would make fun of them because their lunches smelled bad or something. So it's in that vein. It's a signal to other liberals that, she's part of the in-group. But let's take a look at Mamdani eating with his hands. Yeah, so this is Mamdani eating some rice dish with his hands. Some conservatives before the election were sort of attacking him from the angle of him being a radical Muslim. I think that's probably not the most honest analysis. I think what he really is a guy who has a Columbia professor for a dad and a Bollywood filmmaker for a mother, and has all of the deep-seated resentments of America that those types would have, that you're indoctrinated into in higher education, particularly if you come from a non-white, non-American background. And so he is doing this, eating with his hands, to court people with liberal arts degrees who look at this sort of thing and go, wow, this is amazing, the representation.
So the third holy grail of taboos in American politics, you have socialism, you have Islam, and then you have Palestine. And you are really going for the trifecta.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Tell me, why is
there.
Palestine a part of your politics?
When you grow up as someone, especially in the third world, you have a very different understanding of the Palestinian struggle.
And look at this. That looks like a little piece of rice in his beard. So we have confirmed that eating with your hands is disgusting and unhygienic. And more than that, it's a signal of your disdain for basically Western civilization. I think that's fair to say. With the caveat being, if you are still eating with your hands as someone who has been welcomed in by America, and you're doing this as a sign of your refusal to assimilate to American Western norms, because you believe your norms to be superior. Okay, but this really is an entire genre. Here is a woman on TikTok, I think she's Indian, eating a rice dish with her hands. Just munching.
You stay sick because you stay sucking on your fingers.
Look at those fingers.
Nails are the dirtiest thing. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you know that.
She has a piece of rice on her lip.
You can wash your hands before eating with your hands. You can do that. It's almost like everyone who eats with their hands, it's almost like that's what they do. Wash hands before the meal and then after the meal. I don't see any complaints. After eating a burger or a bag of hot Cheetos. Because clean hands are not the dirtiest thing, my love.
Okay, first of all, there is no way that everyone who eats with their hands is thoroughly washing them before and after the meal. I just don't believe it. I'm sure a certain percentage of them do, but there's just no way that all of them are. And so that does seem like a good way to just stick all of the dirt that you've encountered throughout the day into your mouth. Second of all, if you eat hot Cheetos, you are an animal. You really are. There's no reason you should ever eat hot Cheetos. But third of all, often people who eat with their hands will bring up like burgers or pizzas or French fries and say, oh, we got you. You guys eat these things with your hands. And it's true because many people do. But the difference is those things are made more or less to be eaten with your hands. Even in Italy, I know oftentimes they'll use a fork and a knife still. But a pizza has sort of an edge that's not, as greasy that you can grab onto. And a burger has the bun. Rice, it's like a bunch of little pellets that you're trying to scoop up with your hand when you could just use a spoon. But I'm actually curious to see the comments here and see if they're in. Okay, so this is her whole channel, apparently, is just eating various crap with her hands. Is she can eat the curry with her hands? I bet she is. Yep, there she goes. Eating with your hands is cultural, capital C. They need to chill. But speaking of eating with your hands, I do want to go to the comment of the day, and this is on last week's video. TikToker ordered to pay $1.7 million for home wrecking affair. Now, the TikToker in question, who goes by Life of Brene on YouTube, did give us a copyright strike for using one of her clips. Now, Ask America with Edgar asks, how does she wipe? And it's a great question. It's a scary question, but let's go to the timestamp. Look at the nails. Okay, and I'm told by someone who's familiar with the channel that these are not even the most insane nails that Life of Brene has dared to wear. So possibly her new husband is wiping for her, but I don't want to explore that line of thinking too deeply, so I am going to leave it up to you guys to speculate in the comments below. That's going to do it for today's video. If you liked it, please consider becoming a channel member. It's a couple of dollars a month, best way to support the channel, and you will get access to behind the scenes content. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.